2.84 kilometres the power circuit of Pukekohe. Angus Fogg has the record here for the V8s, a 101.3, and he's on the front row of the grid alongside the pole man, Paul Manuel.
Row 2 sees Kane Scott and John McIntyre.
Great to see Tim Ingel up there in the top 5 alongside Dean Perkins, the Pukekohe man, returning.
We then go back to Andrew Anderson and Michael Bristow.
Then it's Craig Beard alongside Andrew Porter.
Then we have Andy Booth and Paul Radisic's replacement, Steve Owen.
Next on the grid, Paul Pedersen in the Tiger Ford alongside Eddie Bell from Christchurch.
Then row 8 sees Andy Knight and John Penny.
Waikato racer Cam Hardy, watch out for him alongside Inky Tulloch.
Then new boys to the class, Dale Williams alongside Adam Brook.
Also there's the Waikato man Simon Richards with Alan McCarrison outside him.
We then see John Hepburn and Nick Ross with a new engine for this weekend.
Great to have Dave Stewart back in the championship alongside Palmerston North's Boyd Norwood.
And rounding out the last row is Sean Turton and Chris Adams.
Starts a field of 28 BNT V8s, Hydrolink 200, race 1 as they rumble up over the hill. Remember, first lap, first corner, anything can happen and usually does.
Oh, Clint, this is the most anticipated start. You know, the drivers are hyped up, they're ready to go. You know, 400 horsepower about ready to be released as soon as those 5 lights go off and the green comes on.
It's the Hydrolink 200. Let's hear the roar.
Go.
Look at that. Nick Ross just pulled straight out. Amazing stuff. Allowed to do it. 2 wheels on the grass. Amazing stuff.
And they haven't even reached the first corner yet. 3 wide.
Oh, mate, look at this. Isn't this just absolutely incredible? The noise is horrendous.
Manuel through Castrol for the first time.
Everybody's oh no, look.
Drama there for United Video, Ford Falcon and Craig Beard. And who's that? Is that Andrew Porter?
Some idiot has punted us off.
Both turn Beardo in front of me.
Copy.
Bit of in-car stuff there,
Stuck
Clint.
in the gravel. No damage to the car, but about 55 hits to the rear of it.
I think he's referring to Mr. Andy Booth, who got him in the side and put him into the wall. You can hear the gear changes go up and down the cars. That's the guys going from third, second down to first. Hard acceleration, first gear, second gear, now up to third.
Getting set up for the big chase over the hill. Safety car on the circuit, so Kane Scott will have to readdress that passing manoeuvre.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and he done the right thing there. He had so much speed going that Paul backed out of it, as he should do. Kane just kept the momentum going. Hey, look, absolutely nothing in that.
That's the reason why we've got the safety car on the circuit. Disappointing sight for the United Video team there for Craig Beard. Let's see what happened from that start.
Yeah, look, you know, there's 3 or 4 cars gaggling. You see a bit of smoke mid-pack there. There goes, here comes Craig, Andy Booth, Andrew Porter get together, and then Andy just bounces off the back of Craig, just turns him around into the wall.
3 wide going into the S's there.
Yeah.
This is a dramatic weekend for Craig Beard. He's driving with a sore shoulder.
Yeah, what actually happened in the GT3 race earlier today, he gave the car a big save, actually tore the ligaments in his right shoulder. Here we go, we get a better view from here, there you go. You know, Craig has taken the line, a little bit of a hit from Andrew Porter, then here comes Andy Booth on the inside. You know, 3 into 1's never going to work.
So disappointment there for Beardo. Let's take a look now at the Hydrolink best under pressure moment. On board with Michael Bristow, but take a look at some great rubbing and racing with Andrew Anderson in front of Dean Perkins on the left.
You know, 230k these guys are doing, both hard on the brakes. Andrew, a fantastic job to keep both cars under control.
And that's our Hydrolink best under pressure moment. Back with more on the BNT V8s. Welcome back to the Hydrolink 200 race 1 of the BNT V8s. We've already had 1 lap. The safety car's been out. Here's the restart. Manuel back on pole. Kane Scott right up behind him.
Didn't he do a fantastic job of just getting the brake there? You know, Paul controls the speed at the restart. Read it absolutely perfectly. Got a good jump. Now we'll see Kane just monstrum coming around this fast turn 1. You'll see there, Clint, the car's using every inch of road plus a little bit of the dirt.
Great shot of speed there. Look at that. Booth right up behind Steve Owen, who's raced here before. The replacement for Paul Radisic, but here's drama for Craig Beard.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain they just would have brought that car in because he just nudged the tyres, get rid of all the debris, so make sure the car doesn't overheat.
Well, I tell you what, the Fujitsu heat pump forward of Kane Scott, he's really hot.
Yeah, it's one thing getting close to Paul, it's another thing getting around him. Paul controls the speed into the corner, Clint. He can get in, slow both cars down. Because he's first on the throttle, allows him to get away first.
Steve Owen here making a good move, the 33-year-old Aussie, replacing the Rat.
Making some fantastic ground up nice and early in the race. And here is Andy Booth on the inside of Michael Bristow. Fantastic move. Whoa! You don't get any wilder than that, Clint.
Michael Bristow, the 21-year-old from Pukekohe. Wonder if he was sort of forced off the track there.
Hey, Clint, if he had a dose of the runs before, I guarantee he's got him immersed now.
Lucky he didn't get bogged down there and he's still on the track.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is because he's been caught wide, basically the freight train's going to come down the inside until he can re-establish himself again.
Great shots on board. Adam Brook building up that speed down the back straight.
Here we go. Here's a move for the lead here, Clint. Once again, though, it's a long way around the outside here.
Great job by Paul Manuel and the Oryx Commodore. He reckons it's been about 100 years since he's been on pole. On board with Johnny McIntyre now.
We're at second gear. Heard him change into third. Cars come in here. They actually punish the curb on the left-hand side, get airborne, just land, set themselves up for the right. It's important to keep the throttle going. And to see how Johnny's catching up on Angus, it's probably because he's carrying another 10, 15k more speed. And here we go, pass on the inside.
McIntyre and the tellies forward, down the inside, just drifts wide. Oh, Fogg, onto the grass.
Once again, we saw that. Oh, no, come on, Angus.
Bits of... Oh, no, he's hit Timmy Hedgel.
Oh, no, poor old Timmy, yet again. Wrong place, wrong time.
We were just talking to his dad, Randall, beforehand, and he said they'd taken the X off the car, and then that happens.
That was a pretty ambitious move by Johnny McIntyre. He had the car speed, he was coming down the inside, but we saw just before that he went straight ahead, there was a brief puff of smoke, what looks like. Maybe Johnny went in, hit the curb, that's what caused him to understeer a little bit into Angus.
And look at this, more close racing down the back straight, on board with Simon Richards.
You just hear that car misfire momentarily there, Clint. What that is that these cars have a 6,400 maximum rev limit. Oh, in front of us there, a couple of cars getting together. Because these cars have a 6,400 rev limit, it means the car's getting the maximum drive, hitting the rev limit in top gear, 238 kilometres an hour.
Great close racing up and over the hill. Paul Pedersen trying to make a move on Fogg and the Tiger Cat Ford.
Yeah, that car of Angus is going to be less than desirable to drive because the front splitter actually got damaged. And is this Andy Booth getting a drive-through penalty?
That's because of the clash with Craig Beard in the first lap. Plenty of radio chatter as Paul Manuel holds off the challenge down the back straight.
There's a couple of big ones. Looks like it could be Andrew Porter again. Big one.
No, it was Tim Edgell and Fogg.
Nah, there's more carnage than that. I reckon Johnny Mac might get a riser, actually.
Yeah, they mentioned Johnny Mac as well.
Steve Porter again. That a huge one.
Dean Perkins on the radio there. What is he?
The IPF broken series new crossover.
Well, that's what he's talking about. And that's why the safety car's out on the circuit. Problems there for Andrew Porter. And more drama in the pits for Timmy Edgell.
Well, it looks like Tim Edgell's getting out of the car. Looks like his race is done. We'll try and have a word with him in a minute. But I think there's something bent on the front of that when he got tagged by Foggy. So we'll see if we can have a word with Tim about it. Tim, looks like you're an innocent party there, but you come out with a big damage.
Same old story, isn't it? Just people just not giving a stuff about others out there. It's just dangerous and reckless, and Motorsport New Zealand won't do anything about it as usual because they love it, and it's just disgusting. So what do? Just keep soldiering on, don't we?
Car damage, you can't get back out?
It's bent the steering pretty badly. We'll try and fix it and get back out there, but as again, innocent victim.
Thanks.
So drama and controversy in the Hydro League 200 and the BNT V8s. Tim Edgell, well, he's gone off the edge today. He's not happy at all.
Here's a replay. Johnny McIntyre, fantastic run down the inside, and about right now you'll just see a puff of whiteness. Johnny Mac's car just slides out, touches the wheels of Angus, but once Angus gets out wide, he gets on the marbles or the loose debris, loses control of the car.
You can see Edgell just coming into the picture now.
Doing 200 plus K. This just transpires so quick. Poor old Timmy, absolutely nowhere to go.
Once again, the wrong place, the wrong time, and it's curtains for Tim Edgell and the Chester's Ford Falcon, and problems too for Angus Fogg. And, well, is life so good at the moment?
Absolutely not. And that car of Angus is almost be undrivable because without any front downforce, very hard to control the car.
Let's see what happened to Andrew Porter. Remember, they had power steering problems in qualifying. And looks like they may have had the same problem again in the race.
Tell you what, Clint, that could have been an awful lot worse than what actually transpired.
And they did such a great job to get that car onto the grid too. So another restart. More pressure for Paul Manuel.
And once again, another fantastic restart. Controlled that perfectly. You know, slight 1 or 2 car jump on Kane Scott.
Well, plenty of drama here in the BNT V8s. Hydrolink 200, that's Manuel, Scott, McIntyre, Perkins right up there, Andrew Anderson, Steve Owen, the 33-year-old from Melbourne. Then it's Paul Pedersen, Andy Knight, Fogg. Oh, more drama on the grass. Is that the Big Ben Booth Commodore?
You got to ask yourself the question. It was a restart. The United Video car started behind the Big Ben car. Or was there some retribution from lap 1, corner 1?
They call that readdressing the situation.
Apparently not meant to happen, but who knows? And here comes Johnny Mack on the outside. You know, Kane's controlling this quite well.
One of the great passing spots coming out of the Hydrolink hairpin. Great shots on board Manuel's Oryx Commodore.
You know, they hit that corner coming out of their first gear, 400 plus horsepower, second gear, hard into third gear now, back off, set the cars up, hard on the throttle, maximum speed, 6,400, into top gear now, 200 plus K by the time they hit the start-finish line.
That's the reason why they call it the power circuit. Great shots on board. The Tellys Ford Falcon looking ahead at the Fujitsu Ford of Kane Scott.
It's amazing, you know, Pukekohe is a very mature circuit, and as such, you know, it's got a few high points, a few low points. That's why the cars look so dramatic. They hit the curbs, they hit the potholes, they bounce, they move, they rock, they roll. We've got everything.
That's John Petty in the now black Commodore of the Penny Holmes car. Inky Tulloch being forced wide by Nick Ross.
Yeah, hey, look, just a little bit of Morse code. Inky did go a little bit wide. Nick went on the inside. A little bit of jostling for position. Absolutely nothing in it.
Rubbing and racing.
Absolutely.
That's what the fans like. Driver there for Kane Scott. He's locked it up. Going into the hairpin.
Absolutely. You know, he had a look on the inside of Paul there.
More drama here. Hang on, who's that Penny? Smokey and the Bandits here. He's run wide as well.
God, there's actually plenty, isn't there?
Wonder if there's something on the track going into the hairpin.
You know, 2 cars, 2 lockups. You got to ask the question, Clint.
Last lap, talking about answering the question. Paul Manuel, he had a win last year in Timaru. Is he on track for his first win again this year, but here in his home circuit of Pukekohe? The Tellys Ford of McIntyre second, and the other Pukekohe man, Dean Perkins in third. Look at Andy Knight.
You know, Andrew Anderson doing a fantastic job there. Steve Owen, first time in, replacing Paul Radicic. Paul Pedersen as well inside the top 10.
Great to see the Dean Perkins band back for this round of the championship. Of course, missed Taupo, but look at this. Started on pole, on target for a race win. Paul Manuel in the Oryx Commodore. Remember last year in Timaru, it was a reverse grid race, but now Manuel's back on autopilot. Won the battle for pole, has survived the safety laps, and now he's going to get his first win of the Hydrolink 200 in the BNT V8s. And he does it at home in the Oryx Commodore. McIntyre second, Dean Perkins hangs on for third, Anderson, Owen, then Pedersen, and Eddie Bell right up there, followed by Williams as well. Look at that, 3 wide Bristow. But Paul Manuel, great work for the Oryx team.
Good boy, Paul. Congratulations. Outstanding effort.
Especially after that big crash in the Targa Rally too. So he comes back to get a win here in the BNT V8s. McIntyre second, Perkins rounding out your top 3.
Fantastic result. Eddie Bow, 7th place.
Also a great drive too for Cam Hardy rounding out the top 10. But oh, that spin cost Kane Scott big time.